I don't understand what's going on. I don't think this is working. Can you guys hear me? I can't see anything. Help! Can somebody help me? Can you help me? Can someone help me?
You can just talk about it.
No, there's like things on the screen. Like, how am I supposed to read what they say?
It's too fast.
No, what are these things?
You don't need
Fuck.
to care about that.
Jesus God.
This is what they say, but it's too fast.
Okay, wait. Hello, everyone. I'm here. Hi.
Just talk about your album and stuff. And try to fish for questions.
This is so funny. I have G and a few other people right here trying to teach me how to use this, and I have no idea what I'm doing because I don't really use the computer very often, so this is the first time I've ever done this before. Oh my God. Okay, so anyway, let's start again. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Right now I am in my apartment in New York, and it's Fashion Week, which is one of my favorite times of year because I get lots and lots and lots of clothes, and who doesn't like free clothes? So, welcome to my kitchen, and welcome to New York Fashion Week, and welcome me to the internet in a way I have never used it before. Ah! Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Someone just said that Brazil loves me, and someone else said that I look beautiful. That's really nice. Thank you. I didn't do my hair today, so thank you for saying I don't look terrible. Okay, so I'm not going to sit here for an hour, which is how long we're going to hang out, I presume, and just read what you guys are saying. I would like to give you the opportunity to ask me stuff you wouldn't normally ask me, and we can kind of get to know each other, if you like. Yeah, I agree. Someone said slow down, guys. I agree. Slow down because I can't read that fast. But I think that maybe we should start by talking about my new album, Trouble, which I have here. I want to say thank you to everybody so far who bought it and have been writing all these messages, and it's just kind of crazy. I really, really appreciate everyone's support, and I'm glad that you guys are really listening to the lyrics and stuff like that because that means a lot to me. I wanted to do this because I actually write all of my songs. Almost every song on my album was written right here in my apartment at this table. So I kind of wanted to give you guys like an opportunity to be in exactly the same space as me where I am like most creative. So yeah, we're here. I'm gonna read what you guys are saying to me. I mean, I can't believe that you guys can type really fast. It's kind of amazing. I do most of my writing by hand, actually, so I feel like I'm not that quick typing. I have like this lyric book. I don't know if you guys want to see. Do you guys want to see the lyric book? I'm trying to read. Wait. No one wants to see the lyric book. Oh, how disappointing. Okay, well, here it is. So, yeah, I send texts. Obviously, I can write things on Twitter occasionally. But I do most of my writing in this book, and it's like a leather bound sort of journal. And you open it up. I don't know if you can see this. Kind of like that. And it has all of my songs in it. Yeah. And this book here is really important because it contains my entire album. From the very first lyric I even started writing, Trouble, it's all written in this book. And I actually have a pen that I prefer to write with more than any other pen. Every so often I lose it and I sort of have a big freak out and I cry myself to sleep. Not really. Actually, yeah, really. But I feel like if I lost this book, I would die. But like literally die. Or if I wouldn't like die, spontaneously combust, I'd probably like, I don't know, blow my brains out or something, because it really means a lot to me, this book. So I'm reading what you're saying. I love that almost every message says, stop writing so fast. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. You guys, oh my god, it's absurd. I love it. Yes, kisses to Brazil. I love you, Brazil, too. I love you, Russia. I love you, New Zealand, Portugal, especially the UK. England! I love you all, and I love New York, and I love being here in America as well. But yeah, that's a good thing. I'm seeing what you guys are saying. Talk about Marlboro Lights. Well, that's not the first. I have the back here in front of me. That's not the first song on the album. But tell me what would you like to know about Marlboro Lights? I'm happy to tell you. What happened with, where do you start your lyrics with Mexico, France? I can't read! I can't read. I'm not that fast. Oh my god. Hang on. Is there a way to pause the frame? Hey, can I pause it so I can read any of this? Is there a way to read any of it?
Unfortunately, you can't.
So I should just talk then, because I can't.
Really, like the main question is like, so go through song by song and just
Okay.
start about song by song.
Okay, so G is here. You know G. Everyone knows G. He has directed every single music video, all of the Love Kills series, and he also produced 5 or 6 songs on this album with Jeff Basker and Emil Haney. And we also made some of the songs here in my apartment as well. And G is the creative director of my whole project, and we kind of also sit here together and like, I'll tell him my idea and he'll be like, no, hell fucking no. And I'll be like, please, and then he'll say, shut up, I have a better idea, which is kind of how it goes. But somehow I've managed to convince him to get my own way almost every time, and he usually makes it look better than the idea was originally in my head. So somehow we kind of balance each other out, I think. Oh, he's gone. Bye, G. But anyway, G's here giving me this sort of tutorial of how to work this internet-y thing. And he says that I should just talk about the album sort of track by track, one by one. So I can see you guys are asking questions about Boys Don't Cry and Rabbit Hole. But I will start at the beginning, and I can see that a few of you would like me to sing. So if you're really, really good, in like 50 minutes from now, I'll ask you which song. But not yet. And then I'll think about which one I can sing. If I'm not too frazzled by then. I'm absolutely bewildered, okay? Wait, where's the doggy? Come here, baby. Hi, can you guys meet my best friend? Not Alex Cat, who is my best friend. I know a lot of you follow him on Twitter, but here's my other best friend, my little baby. Now, she's a Chihuahua, and I know that on the internet it was announced her name was Cartier, Kensington Cartier Kills. But, Cartier, look. But she wouldn't actually respond to that name for a very long time. So I've started calling her recently Bambi, and she kind of likes it. Hey, Bambi. Hi, baby girl. And you. Hello. Hi, Bambi. You're famous. Look. She loves it. Fame whore. Okay. So here we go with my album. The first song on the album is Television, and it's not the first song I ever made, actually. I think I had written almost half of the album before I made the song Television, and what I had sort of realized is I was talking a lot about all of the bad stuff I had done in London when I was still living there, and I'd sort of like fucking ruined my life. I'd like fucked it all up so horribly. I mean, like, disaster, which we can talk about more later. And I realized that, like, I was sort of writing all my songs from a very defensive standpoint, because even though I know I've been bad and I know I've done all this stuff I shouldn't, and I don't want to encourage anybody in particular to, you know, get into bad relationships or drugs or a cult or get involved with the police and be in trouble with the law or anything. But I definitely feel like, you know, a lot of the trouble I got in wasn't entirely deserved. I wasn't that bad. And the same with my family. So when I made the song Television, I wanted to sort of announce that I'm not apologizing or asking for any kind of redemption. I'm really not trying to provide a kind of, you know, forgive me, candid explanation of my life. If I have lived a fucked up life, I don't see why it's such a bad thing, because, I don't know, it's not anything that you wouldn't see on TV. And when I was a kid, I had like a very, I would say like a special relationship with TV, where when my parents were like arguing and going crazy, and sometimes when bad things happened and the police would come over, and just basically every time there was a disaster, I would turn the volume on the television up really loud, because I had a TV in my bedroom when I was a little rich girl, way back in the olden days, long gone. And I would turn the TV up very loud to sort of drown out all of the kind of, you know, upsetting stuff that was happening. And I don't know, I feel like I was somewhat raised by the TV. I know that you guys have asked me, like, before, with the song, like, Controversy, and talking about, like, the internet and technology becoming, like, almost like our parents, which kind of, you know, I feel like my computer is it's like my mother. It's one of my biggest influences sometimes, because I'm on it so much. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like that was television for me as a kid, you know, just like a lot of my sort of inspiration and a lot of my protection came from TV. So I wanted to make a very, like, I know it's fucked up, but don't judge me. Don't judge my childhood. Don't judge my life. Don't judge what I've done. Don't judge what she's done, he's done, we've done, who we are. Because you can all sit at home at night and clap and cheer and scream and be like, yeah, this is great, you know, when it's in a movie or on television. But if it happens to someone you know, people can be awfully judgmental and kind of ridiculous. And I've never really understood that notion of, like, finding like drama, finding things that are like scandalous and terrible and bad, like finding it really, really interesting, but then also considering it immoral or being really judgmental of people who do it that you know in real life. You know, it's almost like if it's on TV and it's just an idea, it's brilliant and it's funny and it's shocking and you want to call all your friends and be like, guess what I just saw? But if it happens to someone you know, it's just like awful. Who's that person? That's, you know, I don't know. It's really strange. So I wrote the song Television. Some of my favorite lyrics, I have some of the lyrics here. I can read them. Some of my favorite lyrics are, well, I like the first lyric, hello, Mr. Officer, we're just having fun. But some of my favorite lyrics are, you know, your business, go mind it, because this ain't fucking Jerry Springer. You know, that's kind of how I feel about, life, basically, you know. I don't know. Anyway, there's like a big long intro on television. And I wanted people to kind of understand that, like, it feels dramatic. Maybe it feels like some of my album, like, how could this be real life? Her dad went to jail. What do you mean she was in a religious cult? How come they were that rich and then she was that broke? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But, wait, what? Yeah, okay. Wait, what was I saying, though? Go away. That was G again. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, boo. Does anyone remember what I was saying? Oh god, I'm reading your questions. So funny. Well, anyway, yeah, I wanted there to be a big long intro on the song for the whole album that kind of set the tone that, you know, I know to everyone else it might feel like it's unrealistic or it might feel like it's a movie or something like that, but it's not. It's like the soundtrack to my life. It's got all my memories and stuff like that in it, and it does feel like sometimes like dramatic, like crashing big drums and stuff, like it's the end of the world. That's kind of how it feels at the time. Like the impact of like the shock of something bad happening is just like, wow, crazy. And I wanted like the music to kind of do that. And Jeff Basker produced, he produced all of the songs on the album. He's incredible. You know, composer, producer, musician, writer, everything. So it was really fun to work with him and sort of like, he's the type of person, Jeff, where you can be in the studio with him and be like, oh, I want something to sound like boom, da 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 da, boom, and then he'll just kind of be able to do it, and it just starts as like a ridiculous idea with me, like making weird sound effects just like that, and him being like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I can do that, sure. You know, and then him being like, what if I then do this? And then compose like a big concerto or something crazy around it. Anyway, I'm reading your questions. Do not ask me questions about my vagina, because I will tell you all about my vagina, and then your mother will come and take you off the computer. So let's keep it clean for now, shall we? Alright. The next song on my album is Problem. You know what they say about me. It pretty much explains itself. I love the boy from the video. Did you guys see him? Adonis Basso, the model. Oh my god. I would say out of all the boys I have ever kissed on a photo shoot or a music video, or also in real life, he's definitely, he has my favorite pair of lips to kiss. He has very like squishy, soft lips. He's very adorable, and we're still good friends. Actually, he's walking in a lot of the different shows at Fashion Week, so I'll probably see him later. And not kiss, because we keep it very professional here, you know, just, I mean, what a horrible job kissing handsome men. Ugh, awful. The next song on the album is called "Stop Me." It's actually written about this one time I was a teenager again, and I had run away to Paris. Some bad stuff had happened, and even though I was like living alone, I kind of needed to just get out of town for a second. So I convinced a girlfriend, Sky Monteith, who came up with the idea, about the song "Problem." She's one of my childhood sweethearts, one of my bestest friends from the UK, and she's a talented singer and songwriter as well. Hi, Sky. She's not watching. She's got better things to do, boys to kiss, I'm sure. But yeah. Sky and I ran away to Paris together, and we were broke as hell, and we lived in this hostel for a while next to the Eiffel Tower that cost maybe like €12 a night to stay in. And there was like crack dealers and smack addicts like all over the street. It was so weird, right where this little hotel hostel thing was. And there was a bathroom which was on the second floor, so you would have to go. So we would sneak down to the bathroom in the middle of the night and hope no one was there, like no crazy hookers or pimps or anything, and hold hands, and we'd have like a little flashlight and go into the bathroom, and then we would go by the Eiffel Tower in the day, and just, I don't know, I can't even say, because, well, we didn't have any money and we needed to have fun, so what do you think we did? But I do put my high heels on, so I'm closer to God. I do that. I think that's funny. I don't know. Can you slow down? Rabbit hole. Everyone's saying rabbit hole. It's coming up. Let's take a break for 1 second. I want to actually talk about the packaging. Have you guys seen, and has anyone seen this, the inside? Has anyone seen this page? Or, there's like a picture of me when I'm like 2 or 3. You see that? That's me and my dad. We're on a plane. I look like my dad a lot. All of the album artwork, it's all like real collage, because I know you guys are really clever with the computer and you can use like Photoshop and stuff and like make graphics and that. Because I go on Tumblr sometimes, I have a Tumblr, Welcome to Debauchery. And by the way, Bambi's still here. She's taking a nap. Well, she was, sorry. But yeah, I've seen you guys make really amazing like posters and like graphics and stuff on Tumblr. It's so fucking amazing. It's crazy. I wish I could do that. Wild. But I did this by hand, where I had realized like my whole album was like a collage of like shit memories, like terrible, fucked up, like teenage suicide, just kill yourself memories, just in the most glorious, fabulous, ridiculous way I could possibly try and put it together for you to kind of understand how I am. So when I wanted to make the album artwork, I spoke to G and some others, and I was like, oh, what if I actually make like a real collage of all of my memories, but like photo form? So I found like the exact color of flowers, roses, that were like the first flower a boy had ever given me. These ones here. And, the cop car, it's not exactly the same as the ones that I had been, when the police would come and, like, take me away and stuff like that. It's not the same, but because the UK cop cars are not as nice looking. But it's the same champagne my parents used to drink. My mother has this Rolex on the cover. That is a lipstick I was actually using. There was a competition where I signed it, and you could have won it. Sorry. And all the handcuffs and caviar and everything else. We actually took pictures, like real pictures, of all of the different things in the artwork and on the cover. Like even you know what those are. Even the pills and all of the other stuff, the cigarettes, the matches and stuff. Took pictures, and then the way I made it was, we printed it out on photo paper, and I cut it out here at this table and arranged it in a, I wish I had it. Hang on, G, do we actually have the cutout that I made the album artwork with? I want to show everybody. I'll talk about it. Yeah, I actually cut everything out and then placed it so, you know, as perfectly as I possibly could. So it would create a frame. So it's like a collage, like a frame of my, I'm being framed by my memories, basically. Oh, we have it. Yay. Oh, wait, this is a mess. Oh, Jesus. Well, here it is. If I do it, oh, God. Oh, my God. What's going on? Can you hold this? Okay, so, I mean, you can kind of see it here. But this is how I did it. I don't know if you can sort of see. It's like all kind of stuck on. You can pull it off. I can kind of pull it off. And it's like white tack. Like that. I think we call it blue tack in England. But anyway, so that's that. Someone asked me, why is it American dollars on the artwork when you're actually English? And it should be British pounds. And that's a really good question. But you can't actually use like real looking English money in artwork. You know, like that you're going to sell, basically. Like you could probably make your own artwork for your own house or something. But there's some kind of weird law here, at least, where you can't sell anything that has something that resembles like the Queen's pounds sterling. So we couldn't do that. But anyway, so that's how I made the album artwork. And then you can see like there's a bunch of pink nail polish that's sort of dripping down. And it's funny because like a lot of the album is about mistakes and stuff and about me sort of trying to grow up and do it on my own. And I remember the first time I thought I was a grown-up and I bought like a push-up bra. Not much to push, but I bought a push-up bra and I bought makeup for the first time and nail polish. And I thought, oh, I'm going to be so grown-up. It's going to be like, I'm going to get it all right. It's going to be amazing. And of course, you know, the bra has nothing to push up. I stabbed myself in the eye with mascara and I look like I've dipped my entire hand in a bucket of pink paint and the nail polish is everywhere and it looks disgusting. And that's kind of just like my comment, the pink drippy acid trip kind of nail polish. Kind of just my comment of like trying to be a grown-up, trying to be a lady, trying to get it right, trying to be better and do it your own way. And me just kind of making a big old fucking mess of it like I have done. So that's kind of my comment. It's also inspired by back in when I used to be a very bad girl, I went on a little bit of an acid trip once. I probably not meant to talk about this. Sorry. But it was really fun and interesting because suddenly like Salvador Dali and the Eminem artwork and Ren and Stimpy and Fantasia, Disney Fantasia, like all these things suddenly made sense that never made sense before. Everything was melting. Everything looked like it was from like a fish eye lens. It was so strange, and it was beautiful and weird and very scary as well. You know, and the feeling that everything was melting that I got in that experience really, really amplified all of the surrealism and this like abstract kind of ideas and memories I have, and I really wanted to be able to find a way to put that like sensation, that like sort of melting, warping, like beauty in, you know, the weirdest way that I wanted to put it there. So that's the album artwork. I'm really excited about it. And I'm really, really grateful for you guys to kind of just experience it. There's nothing quite like the real thing. I don't know. If you see the inside, it's really beautiful as well. I have like this wrapping paper stuff here that kind of feels like you're getting a gift. And then there's a big old pill, a big old oxy in the middle. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that either, but whatever. And then yeah, Trouble. Buy it. Out now. I love you guys. I really do. I really feel like a lot of people say things like, oh, how do you feel about your fans? And it's weird because I never really think there's like a massive difference between, like, I can't think there's like me and then there's fans. I can't think of it like that because every time I meet my followers, I feel like we're just friends that haven't really met yet. I met a few yesterday waiting for me outside one of the fashion shows I was invited to. And it's kind of the same every time. Like, you guys are just really cute. We're about the same age. I always get surprised because I have a lot of fans who are older than me or have like really incredible jobs. And I'm like, oh, you're the editor of a magazine. Oh, that's nice. Front cover, maybe? Ah! Or when I often meet like designers and stuff like that, and it's just like kind of really crazy to, for me to be a fan and then to find out they are, and it's just one of those moments, But I never feel like there's a massive difference because I feel like we have stuff in common. When I've seen your profiles, you often sort of dress just like me, but in your day-to-day life without trying. I feel like we're just into the same things. Like we both happen to like my music because we happen to have similar opinions or life experiences. We might, happen to shop at the same places or check out the same magazines. We might have the same taste in boys or jewelry and whatever it is. I don't know. Like, I don't feel like a separation between us. I hate certain words. It feels awkward to say things like fan base and stuff because, like, I don't know. Like, I feel more like we're just friends that haven't really met yet. I don't know if you guys feel like that. I don't. I feel like and I know I'm talking to like 400 people at least, like right now, which is kind of crazy. 542 people. Wow. Wow. Oh my god. I thought there was like 10. Oh my god. And I just showed you my artwork. Ah. Okay. But yeah, I feel like if we bumped into each other on the street, we'd probably end up just getting to chat. Like, like, oh, cute shoes. Oh, yeah, cute bag. Cool. What you up to? Oh, nothing. Let's go hang out. I mean, that happens to me all the time. Should happen to me more with handsome men, but, I intimidate them. Bambi's laughing. Are you laughing, Bambi? Bambalina? She's so bored. Oh, my God. Sorry. Anyway. Hi, Brazil. Hi, Argentina. I am coming to you. Poland, I love you. It's funny about Poland. I have stories about all these places. I'm reading what you're saying, by the way. But Brazil, the first time I ever went to Brazil in my whole life was when I was opening for Katy Perry on tour. I love Katy. I wake up every day and I sing Raw. I just think she's incredible. And what's not to love? I don't know. She just has the best songs ever. She's beautiful. Boobs. I don't know. If I was a boy, I would murder her boyfriend and ask her on a date and hide his body so that, she wouldn't, like, come back to my apartment and her ex-boyfriend's, like, dead body is there because that's weird. Why would she wouldn't? So, yeah, first time I went to Brazil, I went to Sao Paulo. And I was touring, opening for Katy Perry, and it was amazing because I was really late for the gig. I am often late. It's usually because I'm painting my nails, and then I kind of get high from the nail polish fumes, and then I get like a little bit dizzy, and then it takes me longer to get ready, but it's like my favorite thing to do. So I was really late for this gig because of the plane this time, not because of me. And they sent a helicopter to pick me up at the airport so I didn't have to sit in traffic. And I got in the helicopter and went all the way backstage and walked straight onto the stage and sung my half-an-hour show and opened for Katy. And it was like, that was Sao Paulo, and that was one of the most amazing things ever. So yes, Brazil, I am coming back. I don't know when, but I promise, as soon as my shoes grow wings, I'll fly back to you, I swear. Poland, I love you too. I have a funny story about Poland. It's actually the first place ever I won an award. I won an ESCA award for Best New Artist, I think that's what it was. And it's funny because I'd never won an award before, so I had to run up onto the stage and be like, oh my god, thanks. And it's so weird because they didn't tell me how long I had to talk, so I had no idea like how many people I could thank, so I just kept talking and talking and talking and talking and talking. Yep, pretty much. So that's it. Obviously, hello England. I love England. You know, I'm from Bradford. I'm from the north of England. I'm from basically like the most unglamorous part of the UK. It's kind of ironic, to be honest. I wish I could go back in time to like little Bradford me. I mean, I didn't really live there for a long time. I grew up in London, but I was born in Bradford. I wish I could go back in time to little Bradford me and just be like, yeah, you're gonna have a closet full of Celine and Prabal Gurung and Christopher Kane when you grow up, and you know, that's what you're gonna have, like a 3-pound chihuahua and live in a ridiculously nice place with nice friends and a nice life, because I probably would not really have believed it. I feel like Bradford is the town that God forgot about, but I love that. I love the UK. I love England. I miss it terribly. I love Bradford. I love doing my Bradford accent because I can still do one because my mother sort of still has a kind of northern accent. She sort of talks like this, just a little bit. Like, oh, Natalia, you're really good, you are. I love your album. Boys don't cry, do they? She doesn't talk like that at all. Really, I'm lying. I should probably stop lying. But anyway, let's talk about the songs again. So, I love you all. Italy, Italy. I love you. Brazil, UK, France, New Zealand, everyone. Germany. I love you all. Thank you. Yes, Spain as well. Hola! I love you guys in Spain. Mexico. I love you in Mexico. Okay, so back to my album, Trouble. It's out now in America. It's all over iTunes. Out of Time is single of the week, which means you get it for free. Woo! Everyone loves free. And it is now available to pre-order in the UK. But it's out really soon in the UK. So, I mean, I would love you to pre-order it. But if you waited a little bit longer, you could just go buy it. So either way, don't be cheap. Go buy it. Buy albums, buy diamonds. Buy more diamonds. Yeah, it's pretty much my philosophy in life. But yeah, let's go back to this. So the next song on my album Trouble is Boys Don't Cry. That was one of the earlier songs I wrote, and I love, like, you know, do you guys know what my favorite song in the world is? I think I've said this a million times. It's Skeeter Davis, End of the World. It's actually in one of my favorite movies, Girl Interrupted. And I don't know if you've seen that film, but there's a scene in the film. It's the chilling, haunting scene where Brittany Murphy's character gets really, really upset and kills herself in the bathroom. Sorry if you didn't see the movie. I just ruined it. But what you gonna do? So, Skeeter Davis, End of the World. It's like from 1960 something, and it's really sad. I sing it for you real quick. It goes, why do the birds go on singing? Why does the sea rush to shore? Don't they know it's the end of the world? 'Cause you don't love me anymore. And it's so sad. Like, all of the choruses are different, and they always go, don't you know it's the end of the world? And it's like, yeah, it is the end of the world. So sad. And it's what kind of inspired me to make Out of Time and Boys Don't Cry have that sort of nostalgic 60s, almost Ronettes kind of influence, where I feel like that's the era where true romance first became relatable to me. Like, hearing that song in like my favorite movie, and then going back and like listening to a ton of like old 60s sort of music, and listening to artists like the Ronettes, like Patsy Cline, Skeeter Davis, and then like everything from like the Beach Boys and the Beatles to a load of other music at that time, more sad music, just kind of like feels like romance, all the things I didn't have growing up. I didn't finish school, so I didn't go to prom, so I didn't have like prom date or anything. So all of my start with boys and relationships was like, I mean, it was a disaster. Yeah, I mean, it was a disaster. I don't know. I feel like I had no chance from the start to be like a good girl, I suppose. I don't know. But anyway, that's another story. I love the song Boys Don't Cry. Some of my favorite lyrics, Jeff and I brainstormed a lot of those lyrics together because he had a really good outside perspective of, me. Because obviously I like to think I'm sweet and innocent all the time. And I'm like, me? Trouble? What? Never! But he's like, oh yeah, really? So, certain lyrics, he kind of he inspired me to write by kind of describing how I am in his and many other people's opinions, like, kind of very like, wine them, dine them, kiss them, miss them, and then off with the head. But I don't think I'm like that. I love my boysies. They're so nice. So Daddy's Girl is next, and this is one of my favorite songs on the whole album. I love Daddy's Girl. It's a love letter to my dad. I actually think that's where I really learned how to write songs. When my dad first was in jail, when he was awaiting trial, we used to go and visit him, and in between, when, you can't see someone every day, sometimes you can see them at the weekends, and sometimes you can only see them once a month, it depends, but I would write letters to my dad, like, hey Dad, I miss you, I hope it's not too scary, everything's fine, and then I would write him like a poem, which would be kind of like a song that I would write today. So, I'm just moving this. So yeah, basically, I wanted to write the song Daddy's Girl because, normally I would write love songs for a boy or about a boy, but this time I wanted to write a song about my favorite boy, my dad. Hello, Father, I miss you. The next song is Saturday Night. It is my overall favorite song I've ever written. I usually write songs right here at this table, and I write them alone, and it takes about a day to come up with all the ideas. The ideas are already there in my head. That's why I'm writing the song. A day to write them down. Like, let's have a look, shall we? And then I would make the order out of all of the mess that I've sort of written down is what I would do. Oh, here we go. Where are we? Oh, here's Marlboro Lights. So I've opened it at Marlboro Lights here. It doesn't have a date of when I wrote it, but I think it would have been this time last year, to be honest. So look, I have 4 pages of just scribbled ideas, sentences. So you break the door, you break my heart. I'll be here to defy our fears. My pocket's broke, my soul is stone. So I write all these sort of ideas down. I don't know if you can see. And then I'll finish it the next day, and I get really upset sometimes. I'll cry, oh no, and then I drink more coffee, and then I pet Bambi, and we have a cuddle, and then I finish writing the song. Saturday Night was the hardest song to write on the album, because I literally wanted to make my entire life and all the things that were the beginning, the catalyst of the trouble, of the mess. I wanted to write it all in one song. And I just, the more I kind of like faced the memories and stuff, the more I just kind of kept crying, and I would then cross the lyrics out and be like, no, I can't say that. Like, how could I tell the world what my childhood was like? How could I do that to my parents? Oh, how could I do that to my ex-boyfriend? How could I expose this without people thinking it was like a lie or something? You know, and I would be saying to myself, like, can I really sing this on a stage in front of like 1,000 people or more, you know, without like choking up? And the answer is no. Even to this day, I find it really hard to sing the song. It's very sad and happy at the same time for me. But I wanted to write a song where, you know, no matter what has gone bad, like, I don't know, fuck it. Like, that's what's so unfair about life. It's really weird. Like, no matter what happens and how, like, it feels like time has stopped and it feels like it's the end of the world, like, life keeps going. Life gives zero shits about my problems, about your problems. They all just keep going. Monday rolls by, Tuesday rolls by, Wednesday, and then suddenly it's just another Saturday night, and everyone else in the world is putting on their fucking dancing shoes and having a great time, and I'm just sat there like, my life is over, everything's ruined, and I can't believe, like, the isolation of, like, the celebration of, like, the weekend and not feeling celebratory. You know, I wanted to write that into a song as well. But when I sing Saturday Night, I don't feel as sad as I used to, because for some reason, to be able to acknowledge that, I don't know, like, big fucking deal, like, it's just another Saturday night, no matter what has happened to you. Like, that's kind of like, put your dancing shoes on, that's all you can do. There's nothing you can do. Kind of makes me feel better. And it also makes me feel better to be like, you know what, fuck it. Middle finger to, you know, Friday, middle finger to Thursday. Like, maybe Monday was the first day it was all bullshit and it all went wrong. But by Saturday night, I'll be fine. You know, or at least I'll have a good time, or I'll have such a wild night I won't even remember it, you know? So I feel good, like, when I sing Saturday Night, I feel like everything's okay, even when it's not. I know I've said that in a few interviews, but it's the truth. And I hope you guys liked the video. We shot it on a bridge. G directed it. He's incredible. And I'm really glad you guys enjoyed my nipples. That was good. I shot it and it was really cold, and everyone kept saying to me, like, oh, you should wear a bra. And I was like, you fucking mad? I'm trying to get dates. Like, are you missing something? Anyway, I made the right decision because I am now very popular and the phone is ringing off the hook. So, the next song on the album is Devils Don't Fly. That's one of the songs on the album where I've really got sort of exposed the most about myself, I think, because, you know, like, it's one thing to sort of talk about, like, a bad relationship, to then sort of describe, like, why the relationship is bad, and it might be because of, like, drugs or arguments or just trying to be possessive over each other, just all things that are just really, really bad that, you know, you teenagers should never ever do. You know, I was trying to better myself at the time that I'm singing about in that song, you know, so I think, you know, just feeling like you get it all wrong. I get it all wrong, feeling like compared to someone else, someone's like an angel and I just feel like shit. Like, you know, so be patient with me. Devils don't fly, but I try. You know, I'm not the devil. Am I? Even if I am, I'm trying to be good. I'm sorry. So that's Devils Don't Fly. Out of Time is next. It's the single of the week on iTunes. Thank you guys for downloading it. I'm really glad that you guys get a song for free. You know, I really appreciate all of you guys buying my album. Because when you buy my album and the record label sees, like, how many units it's sold, how many copies like people have bought, then they're like, oh, this is really working. We'll give her more studio time. We'll give her more money. We'll give her better band or better outfits, you know. And the more money they make off of my project, the more they just give it straight back into making my shit look better. And then eventually I get to make another album or go on a world tour. But I'm really glad you guys got a single for free, Out of Time, because you know, I think, like, I understand that, like, music is expensive, especially when you buy a lot of it and you're a fan of loads of different singers. I'm a fan of a lot of people. I love Marina and the Diamonds. I've never met her. It's like I would die to meet her. I love her. I love Lana Del Rey. I love Adele, and lots of other female pop stars. But, you know, I know you guys buy a lot of albums and it's expensive, and I'm glad you get a free single because you deserve it. I made a lyric video for that. I don't know if you guys got to see that. Hello, Puppet. Hi. She's like, put me down, put me down. No, you're mine. So yeah, you guys are funny. I'm still reading what you're saying. I'm reading what you're saying. And yes, I will come to wherever you are. I'm coming. I'm gonna visit. I don't know when, but if you get enough hot boys over there, then I'll be there. You know how it goes. Wait, I made a lyric video for Out of Time last weekend, actually. I sort of had this idea. Doesn't Out of Time, doesn't it make you feel like, that kind of like 50s promish feeling? That's how it makes me feel. Like, yeah. Maybe with a touch of, like, Carrie. I'm not sure. But anyway, I wanted the video to have that sort of weird, dreamy, sort of high school sweetheart, you know, the one that got away kind of feeling. So that's what I was kind of doing with that. And the next song is Controversy. Now, after Daddy's Girl, Saturday Night, Devils Don't Fly, and Out of Time, which are all sort of love songs or songs about, like, sadness, breakups, pain, and struggle, I just had to launch right back into it with Controversy. Controversy is one of my favorite songs on the album because it's a big sort of fuck you to the way life views our generation. I don't think that the internet messes you up. I think that it actually makes you better. I think television the same. I think the more exposed you are to things that are considered vulgar, violent, horrific, pornographic, perverted, just generally bad for the soul, I think the better off you can be. You become sort of like, I've become sort of like indifferent or numb to things that are otherwise considered extremely right or extremely wrong. And because of that, I feel like I'm less judgmental as a person. I can have much more diverse friends and have a much better time not being shocked or scared or judging people, because I've already seen it on YouTube, on Google, on various other websites, which I won't talk about because it's bad. But yeah, Controversy is my comment on, you know, it's my sarcastic comment on, like, you know, just how shocking the news tries to make everything, and then we're all sat here, and everyone who grew up with the internet, you know, is just like, so what? Big question mark. Shrug shoulders. I roll, and I'm gonna go watch Breaking Bad. Anyway, oh, Rabbit Hole. So you guys have been asking me about Rabbit Hole for like almost an hour now. So yes, let's talk about Rabbit Hole. What do you want to know? You guys tell me. I'm gonna read. Will there be a video for Rabbit Hole? Well, whether Rabbit Hole is an official single or not, whether it goes to the radio or gets like a big push like Saturday Night or not, there will be some kind of visual for Rabbit Hole, because G has already planned it and insisted on it. And yes, it's vulgar and filthy and ridiculous, and you will love it. And I will be embarrassed forever, but that's okay. That's okay. The next song is Watching You. Oh my god, can we just talk about this for 1 second? Because I know we've been here almost an hour already, and some of you, it's past your bedtime or whatever. Lame. But yeah, let's talk about Watching You. I had this incident when I used to live in London with my first boyfriend, which was the one that kind of turned me into like a psycho, I would say. And we'd sort of broken up and gotten back together, and broken up and gotten back together, and broken up, in my head, gotten back together many times. But I just didn't get it. So, I started kind of checking out where he was, the boy, in London, a lot, and then, kind of checking out where his friends were, and checking out his phone, and checking out other things, and, he'd still talk to me